Hello friends, this is Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today, very excited to share with you two PNP draw results. So before I share all this, a request, if you have not subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update, tips and tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. And please press the bell icon so that this video comes to you immediately when we upload. So without further delay, let's get started on today's important video, which is about two PNP draw which happened last week. So two PNP draws, the first one we'll talk about is BCPNP. So BCPNP draw, after a long time, the BCPNP draw happened. Why is that so much gap? So the answer is BCPNP draws were frozen. The draws were frozen from October 12th. From October 12th to November 28th, the draws were frozen. And the reason, you will ask the reason. The reason why these draws were frozen were because NOC code was changing. So earlier, NOC 2016 was there, and from NOC 2016, NOC 2021 came in. So I have complete videos on that, NOC to TEER. If you have not seen that, please watch NOC to TEER video. It will give you the details about how NOC has changed and how it can impact you. Earlier the NOC code was 4 digits, now it has become 5 digits. So this is NOC 2021. So that is why the NOC change happened on November 16, and after that, every province was changing its entire system, and so all provinces have kind of frozen their PNP draws. So some have restarted, and Manitoba has already restarted, and now BC has restarted. So like as and when the draws will come, I'll keep sharing with you. So let's talk about the BCPNP draw. Even they have mentioned on the website that we will be frozen from October 12 to November 16, and they conducted, after November 16, they conducted their first draw on November 28th. So November 28th, the draw was conducted, and so this draw was conducted on November 28th. As you know, the draw is always divided into two parts. So BC draw is always in two parts. The first one is the general draw, which includes your tech also. So the second part is a targeted draw. So here the second targeted draw happened, and this is also listed here. All this information is right in front of you. So let's talk about these two draws, because sometimes it is not easy to understand from here. So right here is the information. The BCPNP draw, total they have called 333 applicants. 333 people were provided invitation, and out of 333, 253 were under the general category, which includes the tech people also. The targeted category was 80 people, and again, as I said in all my previous videos, BC desperately requires early childhood educators. So early childhood educators, the NOC code has changed. It has become now 42202. And in this draw, in this targeted draw, they have invited 49 people. So if you belong to early childhood educator profession, BC is the right choice for you. Healthcare workers. So healthcare workers are always in demand in all the provinces. After COVID, healthcare workers' demand is always very high. So here 24 people are invited. Healthcare assistant, less than 5 people are invited. And then targeted, another occupation is veterinary doctors. So veterinary doctors are those which treat animals, and animal health technologist. Again, the NOC code is changed, 32104, and less than 5 people were invited under this category. So if you are a veterinary doctor or animal health technologist, BC is the right place for you. So another important thing is occupations, the priority of the occupations. As BC has very clearly listed their priority. They said on their website, it is very clearly mentioned, the priority is for tech occupations. If you belong to IT sector, BC has given you priority, and if you belong to healthcare sector, early childhood education, early childhood childcare sector, BC has the priority for you, and other priority is your animal health technologists and veterinary doctors. So this is about the priority. Now let's look at quickly about the snapshot. So snapshot basically gives you the entire picture of what has happened till now. So till now, if you look at this is the picture so far. So BC has till now invited 8,344 people. In the month of November, they have conducted only one draw because the knock code was changing. So this is the complete picture, date by date, draw by draw, and number of invitations. Everything right in front of you. Now let's move on to Manitoba. So Manitoba PNP draw. So this is second PNP draw by Manitoba after the knock code change. I have shared the previous one already with you. So let's talk about Manitoba PNP draw. But before we talk about the draw, it is very important to understand the categories. So PNP categories in Manitoba are basically three types: skilled workers in Manitoba, international education stream, and the third one is business investor stream. So skilled workers in Manitoba are again divided into two categories: skilled worker in Manitoba and skilled worker overseas. These are the two categories. IES, International Education Stream. This is for students who graduate from universities and colleges of Manitoba. So they have three options. The first option is career employment. The second option is graduate internship. And the third option is student entrepreneur. Student entrepreneur is a category for those students who after graduating do not want to work with someone, they want to start their own business, they want to start their own enterprise, so they become student entrepreneur. So this is the category for students. Then for the business investor, you have two categories: entrepreneur and farm investor. So now after understanding this, let's have a quick look at the BCPNP draw. So BCPNP draw is, this draw number is 160, and this draw was conducted on December 1st. So now let's look at the draw categories. As I said, total number of people invited are 305. Manitoba has invited 305 people in this draw. Out of 305, 206 are invited in the skilled workers in Manitoba category, 43 are invited in the skilled worker overseas category, and 56 in the international education stream. So for skilled workers in Manitoba, the points are 775. I will explain to you how the points are, but let's look at the points first here. So 673 are the points for skilled worker overseas. So how you can reach these points, I'll talk about it. And as I said, total 305 are the letter of advice to apply. Letter of advice to apply is very much similar like invitation to apply. So just the name, difference in the name, otherwise it is same. Important thing to look at is 31 people out of 305 who got this letter of advice to apply are having already profile in Express Entry. So it is so important to have a profile in Express Entry. If you qualify, if you are eligible, please do make profile in Express Entry. So now let's look at the snapshot. The snapshot of total number of draws which Manitoba conducted and total number of people called. So December 1st, Manitoba conducted the draw and 305, and total including December 1st becomes 5674. 5,674. In addition, Manitoba has also called many people from Ukraine, because there is a war which is going on between Russia and Ukraine, and many people are displaced from Ukraine, so they are called here in Canada. So this number is close to 6,000, actually if we add all these also. So this is basically the snapshot of all the people who are invited by Manitoba so far. Now, Manitoba points grid, it's very important, because how you saw that 773 or 673, so how you can gain those points, how you can reach to those points, that is important. So Manitoba points grid is basically divided in, for your convenience, 7 different categories, which include language proficiency, which includes points for age, work experience, education, and very important is adaptability. I'll explain you adaptability is. But another important thing is risk assessment. So if you have done your graduation from Ontario and you move to Manitoba to get the PR, you will get negative marking. Your points will be deducted. If you have relatives here or in Ontario and you move to Manitoba, if you have done your job here in Ontario and you move to Manitoba, again you will have negative marking. So this is risk. Let's talk about the adaptability also. So in terms of adaptability, Manitoba gives you 500 points and you can very easily get that. It's not difficult. So you get 200 points if you have a close relative. If you have your uncle, aunt, brother, sister, any close relative in Manitoba, you get 200 points straight away. And then if you have worked in Manitoba, you get 100 points. If you have done your post-secondary also from Manitoba, you get 100 points. If you have a friend or a relative, distant relative in Manitoba, still you get 50 points. So close to 450 points very easily you can get if you plan properly. If you plan properly, you can get the points. So as I always say, every case is unique. Every situation is unique. There is nothing like one size fits all. So in immigration, nobody can say this formula will work for you and for everyone else. No. Every case is unique. If you want to discuss your own case with us, you can book an appointment. Our office is in Brampton. Email ID, phone numbers, everything is shared right here with you. Very important thing. If you have still not subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.